Home Show.
Cyrus from Humble, Texas has a question about a pinhole leak.
He heard one this morning while he was running the shower. And Cyrus writes to us, I went into an adjacent bedroom closet and heard a drip in the ceiling. I suspected that I had a pinhole leak, but no doubt caused by the winter storm. Last month, he says, who can you recommend to come take a look at and solve my issue? I believe I've caught it before any major damage happened, but I'd like to be sure. So, Tom, where would we point him?
I don't think you have a leak, to be honest with you. First off, you heard it in the ceiling. If you had a pinhole leak of any kind in any pipe that's under pressure, it would not be a drip. It would be a psst. You'd hear it just spraying out. Charlie, you had that one little break in your pipe, and it blew right through the sheetrock, if you remember correct.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it punched a hole in the wall. Yeah.
Yes, because you're looking at minimum maybe 60 PSI of water pressure, which is more than's coming out the end of the hose when it's just coming out, the end, and you don't put your thumb over it. But it's going to come out pretty strong, and it's going to come out all the time. If that leak goes away when you turn your shower off and it subsides and doesn't happen anymore, what that is it's your pipes expanding and contracting, and it sounds like a leak, and you're hearing that rhythmical ticking that happens with that. So if you feel comfortable calling a plumber to listen to it, fine. They would do the same thing you would do, turn it on and listen for it. But I don't think you have a pinhole leak. And if you did have a leak that was really odd like that and you just left the water on, it would start to show itself pretty quickly, just like a roof leak that's leaking in the ceiling. It would start to come through the sheetrock and you'd see stains and all kinds of stuff. So I really doubt that that's what's happening. And a pinhole leak, no, because that's under constant pressure and squirting out, even if it was just a tiny one. It would still squirt out as if you poked a hole in a little balloon and all the air slowly came out. But it went pretty quick. Anyway, I think that's probably just your pipes expanding.
Yeah, you get those rings on the ceiling.
Oh, when water's coming through the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember. Yeah, and to give and to give you an idea, Cyrus, how bad it is when you get one. We had a little leak like that happening in our old house, and I came in one day and I saw a little bubble on the ceiling. I was like, well, what is that? I mean, when I'm saying the sheetrock, it had a little bubble in it. And I went in the other room and I called the plumber. And he says, Charlie, you need to turn the water off. And I came back, and in the time it took me to make that phone call, talk to the plumber, and come back, I now had a big bowl. And so
I saw one of those on Facebook, and somebody said, I want to know what kind of paint that is. I guess the paint just kept
very heavy
expanding.
paint. That's right. It's a heavy paint. That's exactly what it is. All right. So you got a question you want to send it to Tom? Go ahead and visit HomeShowRadio.com. Click on that button right there, the blue Ask Tom button, and it'll take you to this page. And that's the page where you can send us a video, you can send us pictures and whatever. We'll answer your question. Tom answers them all, whether we answer them early edition or our Facebook Live show every Thursday at 4 Central, or we'll post them at HomeShowRadio.com, our Facebook page, and our YouTube channel, where you'll find thousands. We just put them all up there. So you can go back and have a little home improvement archaeological dig of information waiting for you there on YouTube.